Let's go right into it in this video. Hi, my name is Nurse Choma, and today I'm going to be going over with you some quick tips to help you pass your exam if you're going to take it very soon. So I'm talking about you're taking your test within the next 1 or 2 weeks or less, then this video is for you. All right. The first thing, number one, is that right now, if you're taking your test within 2 weeks or less, you should be focusing on practice questions at this point. All right. So at this point now, I don't know what your plan has looked like up until now, but your priority is really just honing in on your critical thinking skills, your reasoning skills, and just focusing on only doing practice questions. Right. So I would highly recommend that you're doing anywhere from at least 25 to like 100 questions a day or in a week. Now everybody has different work schedules, life schedules, volunteer like commitment schedules, that type of stuff, but try to be doing a lots of practice questions within your last 1 to 2 weeks before taking the exam, regardless if you're first or repeat test taker. All right. Number two, the second thing is, as usual, get enough rest the night before. Now, this is going to depend big time on where you're taking your exam, right? So I've had students before where they took their test and they literally took their test, like, for example, they had to fly somewhere or drive somewhere, and they drove like an hour away the morning of, which I don't, if you can help it, I don't recommend doing. Now, I know it's expensive to stay at a hotel, like stay at a hotel or something overnight and then go take the test. But if that's what you have to do, I would recommend doing that because it's very stressful to, let's say for example your exam is at 8 a.m. in the morning, and then you literally drive, you wake up at 6, you drive for an hour, and then you take the test. Unless you love to drive and you want to use that hour to study some more, but I personally, I believe in having the least amount of stress and just really be able to focus. And instead, what you can do is just drive to a hotel the night before, or a friend's house or somebody nearby, and then the following morning then go take your test. Now if your test is like in the afternoon, then that's different, then it's not as necessary, but these are just some of the things I'm recommending so that way you can get enough rest, because studies show that if your brain is not rested, you will struggle to retain and remember the material and to pick the best answers. All right. The third thing, number three, is going to be, it's going to come down to how you're answering the questions. Now, a lot of times when people are doing their questions on the test, they are kind of like second guessing a lot, and they're not really confident with picking the answers. And so, what I recommend that you're doing is that you're going to first approach, especially when you get to the more difficult questions, first approach it where you look at the question. All right, so you read the question carefully, and then make sure that you're careful for negative words. So what that means is that where it says which of the following does not, or would not, or you should not, things like that, because sometimes people forget that and they pick the exact opposite with the choices. Okay, so read the question once without looking at the answers at the same time. All right, read the question once without looking at the answers. Try to take maybe like 15 seconds to ponder on what the answer may be, and then look at the answers. All right? Then look at the answers, and then read the question again, and then pick the answer. Now, if it's a sadder question, you may need to take a little bit more time and maybe read the question, then read the answers, then read the question again, and then read the answers one more time, right? So the reason why you're doing this is because a lot of times is that it may take a couple of times to read the question to make sure that you fully understand the question correctly. I would say many times when I'm tutoring students or talking to them, and I'll notice that they pick the wrong answer simply because they didn't read the question carefully. They thought it meant something different than what it really is. So if you can, always try to read the question, then without looking at the answers, then look at the answer choices. Sorry, read the question, think about it 15 seconds, then look at the answers, and then read the question again, right? This will help you to avoid picking the wrong answers. All right. And then here's a bonus one as well when it comes to um, your SATA questions, like those questions where you have to pick more than one. Look at if a lot of times if the answer choices relate to each other, it may be that's usually the correct answer as well. So you have to, because your goal with SATA questions is that you have to pick all the appropriate, you want to pick all the appropriate answers, not just one or two of them, right? So sometimes if you look at the answer that you chose, that you selected in SATA question, make certain that the other answer choices are not pretty much related or similar because it may also be that answer too. All right. So those are the three things that you want to do in order to be able to be ready for your test. Take your test within the next 1 to 2 weeks so that way you can actually pass it, right? So I'm wishing you the best of luck. Um, I would love to hear from you below. Let me know if which of these tips that you found helpful. And if, however, though, let's say you decide that you want to be absolutely certain that you pass your NCLEX exam, then make sure you click below this video and get access to at least the first month or 1 month of our NCLEX Pro access, and that will help you to really be more than confidently prepared. You can use the coupon code YouTube to get a special discount. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you the next time.